You're probably worried that AI is coming for your job. I get it. We keep hearing about how ChatGPT and other AI tools are going to replace millions of workers, and honestly, it's terrifying. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. The company behind ChatGPT just announced something that completely flips that narrative on its head. OpenAI isn't just disrupting jobs anymore. They're building an entire platform to help you survive and thrive in the AI revolution. Welcome back to bitbiased.ai, where we do the research so you don't have to. Join our community of AI enthusiasts. Click the newsletter link in the description for weekly analysis delivered straight to your inbox. So in this video, I'm breaking down OpenAI's brand new jobs platform that combines AI training and job placement all in one place. We're talking about a LinkedIn competitor backed by the most powerful AI company on the planet, and it could completely change how you find work in the next few years. I'll show you exactly how this platform works, which major companies are already on board, when you can actually use it, and most importantly, how you can get certified and land better paying jobs because of it. First up, let me tell you what this platform actually is and why Sam Altman thinks it's necessary. The platform explained. Here's what's happening. OpenAI just announced something called the OpenAI Jobs Platform, and it's essentially their answer to the job apocalypse that everyone's been freaking out about. Think of it as LinkedIn meets AI training bootcamp meets super smart job matching algorithm, all built by the people who created ChatGPT. Now, before you roll your eyes at yet another job board, let me explain what makes this different. This isn't just a place where companies post, "We need someone who knows AI," and you spam your resume hoping for the best. The platform uses advanced AI algorithms to actually understand what companies need and what you can genuinely do, going way beyond simple keyword matching. According to OpenAI's spokesperson speaking to TechCrunch, the platform is expected to launch by mid-2026, so we're looking at about a year and a half from now, which honestly isn't that far away when you think about how fast the job market is changing. But here's where it gets really interesting. The platform isn't just about finding jobs. It's about creating what OpenAI calls AI-fluent workers. And they're doing this through something they're calling the OpenAI Academy, which is basically their online learning hub, where you can get certified in AI skills. Let me paint you a picture of how this actually works. Imagine you're an employer and you need someone to help automate your company's reporting system. Instead of posting a traditional job listing with a bunch of buzzwords that everyone ignores, you just type in plain language. "I need someone who can automate our monthly reporting process." The AI then searches through candidates who have actually demonstrated those exact skills, not just people who slapped automation on their LinkedIn profile. And on the flip side, if you're a job seeker, this platform isn't going to judge you primarily on your traditional resume. What matters is what you've actually built with AI tools, what projects you've completed, and whether you have the certifications to prove you know what you're doing. It's like LinkedIn decided to care less about where you went to school and more about what you can actually create. OpenAI's CEO of applications, Fidji Simo, explained that they're rolling out certifications for different levels of AI fluency. We're talking everything from basic workplace AI skills all the way up to advanced topics like custom AI integration and prompt engineering. And get this, OpenAI plans to let people prepare for and even complete certification exams inside ChatGPT using a special study mode. So you could literally earn an official OpenAI certificate without ever leaving the ChatGPT app, and that certification automatically shows up on your profile for recruiters to see. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like it's just for Silicon Valley tech bros, right? Wrong. OpenAI has been very explicit that this platform is being built for employers of all sizes, from massive corporations like Walmart to small local businesses to government offices. They've even created a dedicated track specifically to help mom-and-pop shops and local governments find AI talent. The Texas Association of Business, which represents thousands of employers across the state, has already committed to using the platform. They want to help modernize small businesses with AI tools, and they need trained people to make that happen. This isn't going to be some niche job board just for AI developers in San Francisco. This could genuinely become the place where any company needing AI-literate workers goes to find them. And here's the mission statement that I think really captures what OpenAI is trying to do here. Fujisimo said, "At OpenAI, we can't eliminate job disruption, but what we can do is help more people become fluent in AI and connect them with companies that need their skills to give people more economic opportunities." Essentially, they're positioning this as a lifeline for workers in the AI era, a way to adapt instead of getting left behind, the timeline, how we got here. Let's talk about how this all came together, because the timeline is actually pretty fascinating. This didn't just appear out of nowhere. September 4th, 2025 was the big announcement day. Fujisimo published a blog post titled "Expanding Economic Opportunity with AI," and that's when the world found out that OpenAI was getting into the recruiting business. The immediate reaction from tech media was basically, wait, they're going after LinkedIn? And yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Sam Altman had actually dropped some hints earlier. At a dinner with reporters, he mentioned that they were exploring projects beyond just ChatGPT. Things like a web browser, a social media app, and yes, this jobs platform. So they'd been planning this expansion for a while. By late 2025, OpenAI started piloting their certification program with select partners. They're testing the whole process of training people and verifying their AI skills before opening it up to everyone, and they landed some pretty massive partners for this pilot. Walmart, the largest private employer in the United States with over 2 million employees, announced they would offer OpenAI certification to all their associates at no cost, starting in 2026. Let that sink in. Walmart is investing in making their entire workforce AI literate using OpenAI's curriculum. Their chief people officer said this is essential training as technology becomes an even greater part of daily work. And they want to give employees the skills to rewrite the playbook and shape the future of retail. When Walmart commits to something like this, other companies pay attention. And they should, because if Walmart's 2 million employees all become OpenAI certified, that certification is going to carry serious weight with other employers. Then comes mid-2026, which is when the full platform is supposed to launch to the public. If everything goes according to plan, within the next year and a half, you'll be able to log in, showcase your AI certificates and skills, and get matched to actual job openings through OpenAI's system. Employers will be posting roles and searching for certified talent. The specifics are still being worked out, but the timeline is set. And this isn't happening in a vacuum. In April 2025, the White House launched a task force on AI education, partnering with companies like OpenAI to expand AI training programs across the country. So this jobs platform and academy are actually part of a broader national effort to prepare workers for an AI-driven economy. The government is basically saying, AI is coming whether we like it or not, so let's make sure American workers are ready. The power players. Who's already on board? Now this is where things get really interesting, because OpenAI didn't just announce this platform and hope people would use it. They've assembled an absolutely stacked lineup of partners and companies who are committed to being among the first users. We already talked about Walmart, but let's look at who else is in. John Deere, yes, the tractor company, is partnering with OpenAI on this initiative. Now, you might not immediately think of John Deere as a cutting-edge AI company, but they're increasingly using AI for autonomous tractors, predictive maintenance, and supply chain optimization. Their involvement signals something crucial. This platform isn't just for the tech sector. We're talking manufacturing, agriculture, industries where AI skills are becoming essential, even if they're not traditionally tech. Boston Consulting Group and Accenture are both on board. These are massive global consulting firms that advise Fortune 500 companies, and they're desperate to hire people who can implement AI solutions for their clients by partnering with OpenAI. They're essentially ensuring they have a pipeline of certified talent who not only understand AI conceptually, but can actually apply these tools in real business scenarios. And here's a plot twist. Indeed, one of the world's largest job search platforms is also working with OpenAI on this. Think about that for a second. OpenAI is essentially creating a competitor to job boards, but they're doing it in partnership with one of the biggest job boards out there. It seems like they're focusing specifically on AI-skilled workers, which could actually complement rather than compete with generalist sites. Like Indeed, then you've got community and government organizations getting involved. The Bay Area Council, state governments like Delaware's office, local business associations, they're all partnering up because they want access to this AI talent pool. But wait, there's more. Here's where it gets awkward and fascinating at the same time. Microsoft has invested over $13 billion into OpenAI. Microsoft also owns LinkedIn. So Microsoft is essentially funding a company that's building a direct competitor to LinkedIn. Talk about an uncomfortable family dinner. Reid Hoffman, who co-founded LinkedIn, is actually one of OpenAI's early investors too. Can you imagine those board meetings? The dynamics here are absolutely wild. For now, Microsoft hasn't publicly opposed OpenAI's move, and that's probably because Microsoft still stands to gain if more people get trained in AI and use Microsoft's AI services and Azure. But this is definitely a storyline to watch. What's clear is that OpenAI has brought together an impressive cross-section of industries. From retail and agriculture to consulting and government, major players across multiple sectors are ready to hire AI-literate workers, and OpenAI is positioning itself as the essential bridge. Taking on the giant, OpenAI versus LinkedIn. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. How is this different from LinkedIn, and does OpenAI actually stand a chance? LinkedIn is absolutely massive. We're talking over 900 million users globally. It's not just a job board, it's a professional social network where people maintain profiles, connect with colleagues, share articles, and engage in industry discussions. OpenAI's Jobs Platform will start from 0 users and will likely be much more focused on being a skills-based marketplace rather than a social networking feed. Don't expect this to replace your LinkedIn profile overnight. That's not realistic, but here's where OpenAI might have an edge. First, the AI-powered matching is next level. LinkedIn has been adding AI features recently. AI-assisted resume writing, AI tools for recruiters. But at its core, LinkedIn still relies heavily on keyword searches and manual recruiter outreach. You know the drill. You list your skills, recruiters search for keywords, and you either match or you don't. OpenAI is building this differently. The matching algorithm is absolutely central to the platform's design. Employers describe what they need in everyday language, and the system interprets that to find candidates with proven skills. The goal is to reduce all the noise and false positives that happen on LinkedIn, where sometimes you get dozens of people claiming they know machine learning, but few who have tangible projects to show for it. One description I read compared it to LinkedIn with a twist where traditional resumes take a backseat and what you've actually built gets pushed straight to an employer's feed. Instead of just listing your job history, this platform might highlight your portfolio of AI work, your ChatGPT-driven projects, or your certification results. That's a fundamentally different approach. Second, there's the integrated training and credentials. LinkedIn offers courses through LinkedIn Learning. Sure. And you can display certificates from various providers. But OpenAI is directly building the training into the platform. You go from learning a skill to getting certified to getting matched to a job, all in one workflow. It's like if LinkedIn Learning courses could automatically recommend you for jobs that value those exact skills, except the courses and certifications are designed by the same people running the job platform. For candidates, it's convenient. For employers, it adds confidence. If they see someone who's OpenAI certified in AI data analysis, they know that person passed a standardized test on using AI tools. Third, OpenAI is betting on depth over breadth. LinkedIn covers every industry and role imaginable, from accountants to zoologists. The OpenAI platform, at least initially, is laser-focused on AI skills across industries. That specialization could make it extremely attractive to companies urgently hiring for AI-related roles. It's like going to a specialized talent pool instead of fishing in the ocean. But here's the thing. AI is rapidly becoming relevant to most jobs anyway. We're already seeing marketing jobs, finance roles, design positions, even healthcare jobs that list familiarity with AI tools as a requirement or strong preference. OpenAI is basically betting that AI fluency will become a top skill in most professions within a few years. So their platform might start niche, but could expand as AI skills become universal requirements. Now, LinkedIn isn't standing still. They're actively adding their own AI features. They recently launched an AI coach to help with job seeking, AI summaries for profiles, more AI-powered recruiter tools. They're aware of the competition. The real question is whether OpenAI can attract enough users to reach critical mass. LinkedIn has nearly 1 billion people on it. OpenAI is starting from scratch. That's a massive uphill battle. But if they can nail the AI-specific talent market and prove their matching algorithm is genuinely better, they might carve out a significant niche that could grow over time. What people are actually saying, the reception to this announcement has been fascinating. You've got excitement, skepticism, and some genuinely thoughtful concerns all mixed together. On the optimistic side, a lot of people see this as OpenAI taking responsibility for the disruption they're causing. Let's be real. There's massive anxiety about AI eliminating jobs. Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, another AI company, has warned that up to 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs might disappear by 2030 because of AI. Sam Altman himself has admitted that whole categories of jobs might go away. Against that backdrop, OpenAI's platform is being positioned as a solution. The narrative is, AI doesn't have to just destroy jobs. It can create new opportunities if people are trained properly. OpenAI, which is now valued at around $300 billion, is using this project to show that AI can be, in their words, a savior, not a saboteur, to the job market. For workers who are genuinely worried about being left behind, this is appealing. The promise of a platform that helps you become AI proficient and then directly connects you to employment. That resonates with people. The public interest, especially among tech workers and career-focused professionals, has been strong. People are already scrambling to learn tools like ChatGPT to boost their resumes. It's almost becoming an arms race. Everyone using AI to write better resumes, prep for interviews, stand out from the crowd. So a platform specifically designed for AI skills feels perfectly timed. The fact that Walmart is backing it gives it serious credibility. If Walmart is training their entire workforce with OpenAI's curriculum, those certificates are going to matter to other employers too. There's also hope that this could help diversify tech talent by offering free AI education and a direct path to jobs for people who don't have traditional tech degrees, but not everyone is cheering. Some people are raising legitimate privacy concerns. A jobs platform run by OpenAI means they'll be collecting incredibly personal data. Your work history, skill assessments, job applications, salary expectations, everything. And given that OpenAI trains its models on massive amounts of data, people are nervous about how this information might be used. Job application data is especially sensitive. If OpenAI uses that data to train their models or for any other purpose beyond matching, there are real risks. They'll have to be extremely careful to comply with employment laws and data privacy regulations, or they could face serious backlash. There's also concern about algorithmic bias. AI systems in hiring can accidentally reinforce existing biases. If the algorithm learns from historical hiring data that favors certain schools or demographics, it might rank candidates in biased ways. Observers are warning that OpenAI's matching AI needs to be carefully designed to avoid pigeonholing candidates or overlooking important soft skills and cultural fit. And then you've got the industry experts who are straight up skeptical. Thomas Otter, a well-known HR tech analyst and venture investor, pointed out that big tech companies have a history of what he calls application tourism in the HR space. They announce a flashy new recruiting product, realize it's harder than expected, and then shut it down a couple years later. He specifically mentioned Google Hire, which Google launched in 2017 and killed 2 years later when it didn't take off his take? He's rather skeptical of OpenAI's chances because HR tech looks easy from the outside. But it's actually a complex, challenging business. Another analyst, Josh Bersin, gave a detailed breakdown of the challenges OpenAI faces. To succeed, they'll need profiles of millions of people. They'll need to correctly infer skills and experience. They'll need to build a powerful applicant tracking system that recruiters actually want to use. That's a massive undertaking for a company that hasn't dealt with managing user profiles at this scale before. Bersin also noted that platforms like Upwork and Fiverr have tried to match freelancers to gigs using AI, and while they work, none have become runaway replacements for traditional hiring. The business models can be tricky. Will OpenAI charge companies to post jobs? Will they charge candidates? Will it be subscription-based? They haven't clarified any of that yet. That said, Bersin is intrigued by the certification angle. He thinks that even if the job matching part doesn't kill LinkedIn overnight, the training and certification component could genuinely revolutionize how companies approach employee development. If OpenAI gets that part right, it could still have massive impact. What this means for the future of work. So let's talk about what the job market might actually look like if this succeeds. First, AI literacy could become the new baseline expectation. Sam Altman and the OpenAI team are betting that AI skills will become as fundamental as knowing how to use a computer or having basic internet skills, and we're already seeing evidence of this in the data. Job postings that mention AI skills command significantly higher salaries. One study found that roles requiring multiple AI skills pay up to 43% more on average. If OpenAI manages to certify millions of people in AI literacy, they're targeting 10 million Americans by 2030. Employers might start expecting basic AI knowledge from every applicant the same way they expect you to know Excel or email. This platform could accelerate that shift dramatically. The positive angle is that workers who embrace AI will be more productive, more valuable to employers, and they'll have the certifications to prove it, which means higher pay. The risk is that people who don't or can't adapt could be left further behind, potentially making economic inequality worse. It puts pressure on individuals to continuously learn, and conveniently, OpenAI is right there providing the training. Second, we might see a real shift towards skills-based hiring. For companies, having an AI-driven matching platform could make hiring way more efficient. Less time wasting on irrelevant resumes, more confidence that candidates can actually do the job thanks to standardized certifications. It might also legitimately broaden the candidate pool beyond traditional credentials. For example, someone without a college degree, but with an OpenAI certification in data analysis and a solid portfolio of AI projects might get matched to roles they would never have been considered for before. That could be genuinely good for merit-based hiring and creating more opportunities for people from non-traditional backgrounds. But there's also a warning here about an escalating AI arms race in recruiting. If every applicant starts getting AI certified and using AI to polish their applications, then every employer will use more AI to filter applications. And we spiral into this weird meta situation where both sides are leaning heavily on AI. That could either lead to really efficient outcomes or become a whole new layer of complexity and frustration in job searching. Third, don't expect LinkedIn to just roll over. If OpenAI starts gaining real traction, LinkedIn and other platforms will absolutely respond to protect their territory. We'll probably see LinkedIn introduce their own AI skill badges, partner with other AI companies for certifications, maybe even acquire some AI training platforms. Competition usually spurs innovation, so we might end up with better tools across the board. And finally, if this works in the United States, there's no reason it won't go global. OpenAI's initial target is 10 million Americans by 2030, but if they prove the model, they could expand worldwide. Countries everywhere are facing similar AI skill gaps. A platform that connects AI-trained talent anywhere with job opportunities could have genuinely international impact. Here's where we land. OpenAI's Jobs Platform is an absolutely massive bet on the future of work. It's part LinkedIn competitor, part online AI school, part staffing agency, all rolled into one incredibly ambitious project. Sam Altman and his team are essentially saying, if AI is going to change everything anyway, let's make sure people can ride that wave instead of drowning in it. Figisimo wrote that AI will unlock more opportunities for more people than any technology in history. And this platform is their attempt to make that actually happen by giving people skills and directly linking them to jobs. Will it work? That's the billion-dollar question, literally. If they succeed, you might soon have an OpenAI certified AI skill badge on your profile and land your next job through an AI matchmaking algorithm that actually understands what you can do. You might take courses in ChatGPT, get certified in ChatGPT, and get hired because of skills you learned in ChatGPT. That would be wild. If they stumble, the recruiting world will probably stick with LinkedIn for a while longer, and OpenAI will refocus on their core AI models. And honestly, given the challenges of building a platform like this from scratch and competing with a nearly billion-user incumbent, stumbling is a real possibility. But either way, this is absolutely a space to watch. Whether OpenAI succeeds or fails, they're forcing important conversations about how we prepare workers for an AI-driven economy, how we verify and credential AI skills, and how we match talent to opportunity in a rapidly changing world. The job you have in a few years might be one you found through this platform, or at the very least, you might need AI certifications to be competitive in your field, regardless of which platform you use to find work. The writing is on the wall. AI literacy is becoming essential, and OpenAI is making a serious play to be the ones who train you, certify you, and connect you to your next opportunity. So keep your eyes on mid-2026. That's when this thing is supposed to launch. If you're thinking about your career in the age of AI, and honestly, who isn't at this point, you'll want to pay attention to how this unfolds. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments what you think about OpenAI's Jobs Platform. Are you excited about this? Concerned? Would you get certified through OpenAI if it meant better job prospects? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you want to stay updated on AI news and how it's changing the job market, definitely subscribe. I'll keep covering this story as it develops. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and remember, in the AI age, the best investment you can make is in your own skills.